Hey there everyone, Michael here. Today we're going to talk about the best restaurants at Walt Disney World, but not just my favorite. We're going to talk about your favorites as well. I got great submissions from my Facebook page, people telling me all sorts of great stories of their favorite restaurants. No matter what your appetite is, there's something for you. Let's hop right in. Lisa, this picture of your son is great. I love his expression. He's clearly having a great time at the Crystal Palace for breakfast. It's located in the Magic Kingdom. It's a buffet breakfast and you get a chance to meet Pooh and some of his friends, which is always fun. Thank you for sharing, Lisa. And Jill, here's a picture meeting the characters at Crystal Palace before it opens. Very cool. Thanks for sharing it with us. It's definitely a good experience to see them in advance of eating and while you're eating as well. So you can meet the characters like Chef Mickey's and they come around to the tables, but you can also meet them in advance. Becky, the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater is fantastic. One of my personal favorites at Hollywood Studios as well. Please note the reservations can be very difficult to get, so if you do want to go to Sci-Fi, try and book way in advance. Also, Becky, you mentioned the steak and that glazed donut dessert. Oh my gosh, that dessert, I love it. I get it every single time when I go to Sci-Fi. That's the dessert that I get and I recommend for you as well. Thanks for sharing, Becky. Lauren, happy belated birthday to you. I wish I knew how to sing it in Italian as the servers did there at Via Napoli, but I'm sure it was a magical experience that you won't soon forget. I love the pizzas at Via Napoli. Last time I was there I had the Meat Lovers pizza. The time before that I had the white pizza. I definitely recommend it. You don't always need reservations, but it's probably a good idea to get them. Thanks so much for sharing, Lauren. What a great compilation of photos, Jessica. Thank you so much for sharing. Now these are from the Wave restaurant, but you did mention that your favorites change with time. And I think that does ring true for many of us. For me especially, my favorite does change. Maybe it's Yak and Yeti, or maybe it's Be Our Guest, or maybe it's Cape May. Maybe I had a great meal here, maybe I had a fantastic meal there. It just changes and adapts, but no matter which restaurant it is, it's magical nonetheless. Try the gray stuff, it's delicious, says Kim from Be Our Guest. One of the best restaurants at Magic Kingdom, I think, for that steak. I love that steak. And the gray stuff is delicious as well. There are other desserts as well, they're very, very good, but I recommend the steak for dinner. It is just so good. Thanks so much for sharing, Jessica. And Nikki, a picture of that steak. Thanks so much for sharing it. This is my favorite steak at the Magic Kingdom. So if you're a steak lover, try Be Our Guest for dinner. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for sharing, Nikki. What a great shot, Vanessa, from the Coral Reef sitting right next to the tank. This is my favorite place to sit when I do go to Coral Reef. Recently, Coral Reef has been getting a few mixed reviews. I was at Coral Reef maybe about 2 years ago. The food was only okay, but that view of the tank, oh my goodness. That's one that I will go and see again just for that view. If you can get right up close to the tank, it really does make a difference. Thanks so much for sharing, Vanessa. Happy belated birthday, Kimberly, and Les Celliers in Canada is definitely a great pick. Thanks for sharing. That picture of the ice cream does make me smile, but for those who don't know, Les Celliers is almost world famous for their steaks in Epcot. So if you want the best steaks, I think in all of Walt Disney property, Les Celliers is your place to go. Amy, thank you for sharing Boma. I love these pictures, by the way. Boma is a little tough to get to because it's an Animal Kingdom Lodge Jumbo House, but it is definitely well worth it. The buffet there is delicious. Everything at Boma is fantastic. You really can't go wrong. But if there's one thing to try, one thing on your list at Boma to try, it is the Zebra Dome. If you take away one thing from this video, try the Zebra Dome. You won't be disappointed. Nancy, here's one I haven't tried. The Scottish eggs in England. I'll have to try that next time. They look delicious and I'm definitely a fan of eggs. Thanks so much for sharing. Marla, thanks for sharing this very cool apple slushy with that boba in it. Very cool for those who enjoy boba and that apple slush. That mug you get with it is very cool. By the way, my favorite meal at Skipper Canteen is that mac and cheese they have. It's kind of that meat and mac and cheese. It looks small, but it's so filling. Definitely give it a try next time you're there. Lisa, I'm getting hungry already. Thanks for sharing. The Kona Cafe poached egg with hollandaise sauce looks very good. I'm so hungry already just looking at it. But Kona Cafe is located next to Ohana and is a great little table service for kind of grabbing some food and you can get right back on the monorail, get back to the Magic Kingdom. Thanks for sharing. The shepherd's pie from Raglan Road looks delicious right now. Thanks for sharing with us, Lisa. I haven't personally tried it in a long time, so I definitely need to try it again, but I've heard great things about it. Megan, Narcoossee's is one of those I haven't been to in many years. I need to get back. I'm ashamed to say I haven't been in many years, but I need to get back. I love the food you had. Filet with green beans, potatoes, and mouth-watering grilled scallops, lobster, creme brulee, and anniversary cheesecake. That sounds fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing. Fran, that bread service in Sanaa is very good. Those sauces that you dip in it, oh, I love it. That's one of my favorites. I head on down there, maybe grab that and a quick drink and head head on my way, maybe back to the parks. It's a great stop along the way. Thanks for sharing with us. Now, a few of my favorites in all of the parks and some of the resorts. Be Our Guest is definitely fantastic in the Magic Kingdom. Not too pricey, they have lunch and dinner options for you. The steak for dinner is one of my all-time favorites, definitely recommend it. And having that immersive environment where the Beast walks through, it really completes the magic for me. Now, one of my favorite spots for breakfast at Epcot is Leal's, and I hope I'm saying that right. They have great baguettes, quiche, palmyre, oh, so good in the morning to start off my day. Hollywood Studios, I agree with so many of you, Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater is a must-see for me on just about every trip. I love the food, the donut and that glazed apple dessert is so good, but the atmosphere is what gets it. The atmosphere, sitting in that car, seeing those old movie trailers, that really makes it happen for me. Highly recommend it, and definitely get reservations if you can, because they do fill up very quickly. At Animal Kingdom, Yak and Yeti is my favorite. I love the food, and the desserts are so good. Definitely try the sorbet or the chocolate cake. Oh, that chocolate cake. Oh, chocolate lovers are going to love the chocolate cake. If you haven't tried it, definitely give it a try. And this is the Yak and Yeti sit down. There's a table service Yak and Yeti. There's also a counter service Yak and Yeti. I do like to eat at the table service when I have more time. I definitely recommend it for you as well. At Disney Springs, my personal favorite restaurant right now is T-Rex. I love that restaurant. The ribs are fantastic. The milkshakes are unbelievable. Highly recommend the milkshakes. And the atmosphere is so cool. You have the dinosaurs, just like Rainforest Cafe, just with dinosaurs. Really, really cool. Check that one out next time you're there. The resorts are home to some fantastic restaurants. A few of my favorites. Chef Mickey's is an all-time favorite of mine, located in the Contemporary Resort. The characters come up and say hi to me. I love seeing Mickey, Goofy, Donald, and Pluto all dressed up for breakfast. That is one of my all-time favorite breakfast buffets. Ohana, I love Ohana at night. I get to see the fireworks in the Magic Kingdom right from my seat, and it's family style, so they have food coming to you until you're full. It's really, really cool. Highly recommend it. Last but not least, to top it all off, California Grill on top of the Contemporary Resort. Amazing food. It is definitely pricey, but amazing food, unbelievable service, and the view that you get when you can come back to see the fireworks at night is unreal. Wishes from that angle is just so cool. There is a dress code, so that is something that you should be aware of, and I definitely recommend reservations. My personal favorite time to go to California Grill is Sunday brunch. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. On the top of Michael's recommended list. A few other restaurants you recommended: Be Our Guest, Crystal Palace Garden Grill, 50s Primetime Cafe, Sanaa, Cape May Cafe, Mama Melrose, Victoria and Albert's, Crystal Palace, Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater, Via Napoli, Tony's Town Square, 1900 Park Fair, Chef Mickey's, Cosmic Rays, Yorkshire, Be Our Guest, T-Rex, Ohana, Coral Reef, Earl of Sandwich, Nine Dragons, Whispering Canyon Cafe, Yak and Yeti, Liberty Tree Tavern, Chef de France, Artisan Point, Tusker House, Cape May, and California Grill. All fantastic restaurants. Thanks for sending in your favorites and the great pictures, by the way. I really appreciate it. Now, I want to hear from you. Was your favorite restaurant listed, and maybe your favorite meal? I'd love to know what it is. Maybe there's a hidden gem I don't know about. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, have a magical day.